And now back for more Hooked on OC. Hey folks, welcome back to the show. I hope you guys are enjoying part 2 of our adventures with Monk. We're actually thinking about changing the name of the show thanks to this guy. What we're going to do now is we're going to take you over to the Marlin Moon Grill, and Gary Beach, the head chef and owner of Marlin Moon Grill, is going to cook up some of the tog that we actually caught during this episode.
Hi, this is Gary Beach back for Hook 'em and Cook 'em on Hooked on OC. And we're standing in front of here about an 800-pound bluefin tuna that Buster Day caught. It's on loan from his estate. We thank Coconut Hedges for that. And today we're going to finish up cooking the fish that we caught on our wreck fishing tour with Captain Tony Batista and Scott and Monk. And Monk filleted this tautog up that I caught. It's beautiful, took all the bones out of it. And we're gonna make, this is probably the first fancy dish that I ever made. I guess I was about 14 years old. An old chef told me how to make it. So we have these beautiful fillets that I dried real good again. We're gonna make an egg wash and we're gonna flour it real easy. So if we come over here, we're gonna add that chef salt we talked about with this in the sea bass show, which is just kosher salt, white pepper, and cayenne. Sprinkle that in there. Try to season on all the layers of your food. You can always add more though, so you don't want to go crazy. So all we're gonna do is dip this in this egg batter, okay? And what I try to do is I try to have a wet hand and a dry hand, okay? A wet hand and a dry hand so I don't have big gobs of flour on my plate, on my fingers. So I'm just going to dredge the, oh, I just broke my own rule. I'll dredge these real lightly, shake off the excess. Now I would usually like these to sit for about 15 minutes in the refrigerator, just because it seems to bind the flour to the fish a little bit better. And we're going to come over here, and I got my pan already kind of hot, and I'm going to add some clarified butter. The clarified butter is butter that has been melted slowly. It hasn't been boiled. Best way to do it is to melt unsalted butter, because you can always add salt later. You don't want to oversalt your food. And you melt it slowly. You skim the foam off the top. Best thing to do is put it in the sink with a plug in it, a little bit of water up to half the side of the pan, cool it down, put it in the refrigerator, and then you just, it'll solidify. You cut a hole in the corner, pour out the liquid, and that all the oil stay in the pan. So we're going to add our clarified butter, let it heat up for a minute. And again, we're going to add our fish fillets away from us so we don't splatter and hurt ourselves. I probably could have let my pan get a little bit hotter here, or turned it on. And we'll just add these again away from you. Well, we got our pan hot finally. We realized that we were out of gas. So hopefully we don't set the sprinkler system off like I did at the Avalon Market. So our fish is about browned on one side. I'm going to use my plastic fish flipper so I don't scratch my all-clad pan. See how nice and brown that is? That tautog was awesome. I'm going to let that sit for a couple more minutes. We flipped our fish. We let it cook for a couple minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some white wine. Okay? And this is going to free up all the little bits on the bottom. So we add some white wine and then a little bit of lemon juice. And we're going to finish this with a little bit of parsley, a little bit of garlic in the bottom of the pan at the very end. We don't want to burn it. A little bit of shallots. I love garlic and shallots. A little bit of capers. And a little bit of fresh dill. And we're just going to incorporate that all together. And to emulsify this sauce, we're going to add some butter. And the fish, you should be able to put your finger through it. Oh, that's done. It should give when you push it on. It shouldn't spring back. So this is about done. And I got some beautiful bundle of haricot verts that we would blanch real quick, but for the sake of time, they're cold. And we'll pile the fish on top of that. I like big food. This fish is nice, tart, herby, crispy, delicious. I might want to add a little bit more salt to this, just in case, because the only salt in the dish was in the fish. This is our tall Frenchaise, the first dish I ever learned to make.
Hooked on OC, we'll be right back.
Great taste just got cooler with the new aluminum pint from Miller Lite. Drinks like a bottle, cools like a can. For an amazing taste experience, it's a brand new way to enjoy an ice-cold Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
Looking for a vacation you can enjoy more? Come to a place with more to enjoy. Ocean City, Maryland. More fun here. Visit morefunhere.com or call 1-800-OC-OCEAN.
With one click, you can build your new Toyota. Select the options. Choose the accessories. Get a quote and arrange for financing. Or shop for a certified used Toyota. BuyAToyota.com. Our showroom at your fingertips.
Worcester County, located on Maryland's eastern shore, is Maryland's only seaside county known for Ocean City's clean sandy beaches, outdoor recreation, steamed crabs, and the famous wild ponies on Assateague Island's national and state seashore parks. Worcester County has everything to offer, from its historical towns to Ocean City, filled with a 3-mile boardwalk, amusement parks for the family, and its wonderful lifeguarded beaches. And for all the fishermen out there, OC is home to the richest fishing tournament in the world and is the white marlin capital of the world. Visit Worcester County and discover its wonders.
How does Miller Lite get all that great Pilsner taste? We add the hops not once, not twice, but 3 times during the brewing process, instead of all at once. Triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
And now back for more Hooked on OC.